The movie starts with a married couple named Tim and Liv are trying to get their lives back on track. Things were going well for a while. Liv got pregnant, and both of them were very happy. But sadly, when she lost the baby, everything changed. The joy in their relationship faded, and for the past 2 years, they felt more like roommates than soulmates. Tim now spends most of his time glued to his screen, working as a programmer at a video game company. Meanwhile, their building has been under renovations for weeks, wrapped up in a giant black tarp by their landlord, Friedman. One afternoon, they chat with Friedman on the street, and he promises it'll be done soon. That same moment, helicopters fly overhead, and smoke rises in the distance. There's been a massive fire down at the harbor. Later, Liv tells Tim she picked up their van from the repair shop, but instead of getting excited, Tim is reminded of the painful memories tied to it. Liv then drops a bomb. She quit her job and wants to take a road trip to France to start over. Tim shoots her down, saying he wants to finish his work project first. Their tense talk gets cut short when Tim's phone rings. Typical. That night, Liv cries herself to sleep while a strange glowing cloud floats silently above their apartment. The next morning, Liv is fed up and decides to leave. But when she opens the front door, she's shocked to find a solid black wall blocking the way. Tim checks the doorbell camera, but it's dead. They rush to the windows. Same thing. Every exit is sealed off with the same mysterious black bricks. Liv tries calling Friedman, but there's no signal. Even Wi-Fi is gone. Tim screams for help and throws his body at the wall, but it's useless. As he wanders the apartment looking for cell service, he notices something strange. His phone glitches like crazy when he moves it close to the black bricks. Curious, they try using a drill on the wall, but it doesn't even leave a scratch. Turns out the bricks are everywhere, even behind their normal walls. Then they hear noise from their neighbor's unit. Using the drill, they punch through and find their neighbors Marvin and Anna, trapped in the exact same way. Phone's dead. No clue what's going on. Anna panics, convinced they'll die in there. Tim checks the kitchen, no water either. He jokes they just need to solve it like a video game. But Liv snaps. This isn't a game. They could have left yesterday if he'd just said yes. After a fight, Tim hurls his phone at the wall in frustration, and that's when things get interesting. A piece of the broken phone sticks to the black wall, then instantly gets sucked back in like a magnet. Intrigued, Tim grabs a spoon from Liv and it sticks too. They toss other metal objects at the wall and confirm. This thing is super magnetic. They focus the metals on 4 key areas that seem stronger than the rest. Suddenly, the objects start flying at high speed. Tim tackles Liv to the ground to protect her, getting hit in the back like a human shield. Liv gently removes the metal pieces and cleans his wounds. As they snack later, they hear a fight break out next door. Through the hole, they see their neighbor's place is trashed. There's yelling, crashing, and then dead silence. Concerned, Tim and Liv break through more of the wall and go in. They find Anna hurt and help her out, but Tim gets attacked by Marvin, who tries to strangle him with a bat. Liv saves the day with pepper spray. Still cautious, Tim and Liv tie Marvin's hands. Later, while checking the apartment, Tim finds a door labeled "No Entry." He forces it open and gets distracted by flickering lights, missing the moment the black bricks on the window glow briefly. Liv joins him and they discover a stash of cameras and an axe. Tim tries the axe on the wall, but it's useless. Marvin wakes up, barely remembers anything, and apologizes. Turns out he lost it from over-medication. He and Anna make up. Liv ignores them and gets inspired. If the building's old enough, there might be a war shelter in the basement that connects to the subway. Tim starts smashing through the floor and is thrilled to find no bricks blocking the way. They widen the hole and Tim uses bed sheets to climb down, only to be greeted by an old man named Oswald pointing a gun at him. Thankfully, Oswald's granddaughter Leah steps in and cools things down. Everyone else climbs down and Leah helps by setting up a ladder. Tim finally unties Marvin, which makes Oswald suspicious. Marvin starts working on the next floor while Leah complains about her phone not working. She's upset because she kicked out her girlfriend after a fight and hasn't heard from her since. Tim spots something strange in a smoke detector. It's a camera. Oswald had no clue. They check the kitchen and find another one. Looks like Friedman has been watching them this whole time. Liv remembers that Friedman lives next door, so they bust through the wall into his apartment. It's full of weird artifacts and antiques. They find Friedman's body on the floor, arms missing. Marvin runs off to puke, and Liv has a panic attack. Tim finds Friedman's phone, full of pictures of the black walls. Something is seriously wrong. They go back and dig into the floor again. Liv wonders if the harbor fire is connected. but Tim brushes it off. Suddenly, the floor collapses and everyone falls into the apartment below, getting knocked out. Liv rushes to check on Tim, who's sore but okay. Oswald's nervous about moving again, but the group helps him down. In this apartment, they meet Yuri, a friend of the previous tenant, Anton, who apparently died from a heart attack. Yuri blames the magnetic walls for messing with his pacemaker, but Leah gets suspicious after spotting a pile of weird papers. Yuri believes the walls were built by the deep state to protect them and thinks it's safer to stay trapped. No thanks. The group works to dig another hole, and when they finally reach the basement, they find a sealed exit door marked for shelters. Liv smashes it open, only to find more black bricks. Marvin snaps, swinging a mace at the wall. Oswald pulls a gun to stop him, but Marvin pretends to calm down, then grabs the gun and shoots at the wall. The bullets float mid-air, trapped in the magnetic field. Tim yells for everyone to duck. The bullets ricochet. Oswald, too slow to move, is killed. Leah cries over his body while the others stand in shock. This trap just got deadly. With Oswald dead and everyone shaken, Marvin walks off in silence while Leah grieves over her grandfather. The group returns to the apartment, shaken and confused. Anna wonders what if they were chosen for a reason. She shares something personal. When she was 15, she felt like dying for 2 minutes in a bicycle accident. Maybe that matters. One by one, others open up. Leah lost her mother to cancer. Yuri killed someone in the line of duty. Marvin, well, he killed Oswald and keeps apologizing over and over. Tim stays silent, but Liv breaks the ice. She tells the group about their miscarriage. It sends Tim spiraling. He storms off to another room. Liv follows and the two argue. She wants them to face what happened. They might not survive this place and she won't die with this between them. Since the miscarriage, Tim buried himself in his computer, ignored her grief, and abandoned her emotionally. She storms out, but something shifts. Tim decides it's time to help for real. He leads the group back to Friedman's apartment looking for answers. Leah suggests they revisit Anton's cryptic notes. Yuri claims he's read them all, but she doesn't care. The group splits up to investigate. Leah finds that one of Anton's papers matches the strange black wall pattern. It points to 4 unusual spots, just like Liv noticed earlier. Anton's business card reveals he worked at a nano defense company. Could the wall be made of nanobots? Yuri admits Anton was a programmer, but claims he never knew the details. They find a broken laptop and phone. Yuri says Anton smashed them in frustration. In Friedman's place, Tim notices a wall doesn't match the apartment's dimensions. It's hollow. Marvin finds a remote. Activating it reveals a sensor, but it needs a password. Tim cleverly blows dust on it to reveal the most used buttons, narrowing it down to 24 possible codes. Meanwhile, Leah and Liv keep digging and find a note with the word code. Suddenly, Yuri laughs, warning that opening the wall could let in lethal radiation. Before that panic sets in, Anna interrupts. She found something. Tim manages to crack the password. A hidden door slides open, revealing a secret surveillance room. Smoke detectors across the building have hidden cameras. As Tim scrubs through the footage, they make a disturbing discovery. Marvin and Anna caught in an intimate moment, but the real shock comes when they see the wall suddenly appear as a dark cloud out of nowhere. They also spot Anton's body in a different spot than Yuri claimed to have found it, but Yuri's gone. Marvin goes searching. Meanwhile, Leah discovers bruises under the scarf on Anton's body. Then, Yuri appears behind her. Back in the surveillance room, they watch footage of Anton moments before his death. He's off camera, but lights flicker and sunlight streams through the stairwell, and Yuri steps into frame, choking him to death. Marvin bursts into Anton's room to find Yuri burning papers, and Leah dead on the floor. Yuri, eyes wild, claims the wall is there to protect them. Tim arrives just in time with Oswald's gun. Yuri is choking Marvin. A struggle erupts, shots fire into the ceiling. Marvin is knocked out. Yuri beats Tim and begins choking him too, until Marvin wakes up, kicks Yuri, and grabs the gun. He's about to pull the trigger when Liv stops him. They may need Yuri alive. They tie Yuri up and find conspiracy books in his bag. Liv suspects Yuri killed Leah because she found a way out, just like Anton. Anna checks the cameras while Liv and Tim examine the burned documents. The wall's bricks vary in size. Tim realizes it's a kind of Morse-like code. Anton must have cracked it. Liv points out Anton's company address. It's at the harbor, the same place where the fire started. They wake Yuri. He won't talk until Tim fires a shot near his head, deafening him briefly. Finally, Yuri spills it. The wall is a defense system. The fire at the harbor must have accidentally triggered it. Anna then announces something huge. Anton had developed an app to scan the bricks. Together, they recreate it on a working phone. Back at the apartment, Tim uses the app, pressing the 4 marked spots. The wall liquefies. Anna, curious, reaches in. It feels warm, alive, but something grabs her. Nanobots pull her deeper. She screams. They try to pull her out, but the wall hardens again. Anna is gone. Her lower body severed, just like Friedman. Marvin collapses in grief. Yuri laughs. "You'll never leave." Marvin shoots him multiple times, and then turns the gun on himself. Time passes. Tim apologizes to Liv. The miscarriage broke him. He just didn't know how to fix himself. They cry, hug, forgive, and love again. Tim tries the app once more. Liv realizes the lights blink in a specific pattern. It must be the activation order. They check Anton's footage to find the right sequence, but Yuri wakes up again. Just as they're about to try, Yuri attacks. He headbutts Tim, chases Liv. She stumbles and falls into a hidden passage. Tim kicks Yuri and jumps in after her. They run through an underground corridor, reach a door. Tim holds it closed as Liv uses the app. Yuri bursts through, choking Tim. The wall opens, but starts to close again. Tim begs Liv to leave him, but she refuses. Yuri lunges with a knife. Liv hits him with the mace. The couple escapes just in time. Outside, they find the entire town covered in black bricks. It wasn't just them. They spot their van. It still works. As they drive away, the radio plays. The news confirms the bizarre event was caused by the harbor fire, but what they don't know is what comes next. I hope you enjoyed this recap. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. And as always, stay well, stay safe, and thanks for watching.